everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Browns going up against the Jaguars. With that, let's head up the road to Jacksonville, Florida. Standing by are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, first opened in 1995. There's a look inside Everbank Field here in the River City of Jacksonville, Florida. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll set up a throw. He's got time. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. And here's a look at the starting offense. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Third down and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. This is taken at the 23. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still 2nd down.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down.
Detroit!
Now a handoff here to his running back. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And a look at the defense now. So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up. Blue 90! Check that.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And here comes the Jags defense as they get back out there. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3 and out.
And what they have to build off of? Great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3 and out. You feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still 2nd down.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still 1st down.
So a 1st down and 5 for the offense. Looking to throw. They find some open field here. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll look to throw here. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
And they'll run it here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball, but when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw, and that's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense, but in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job, way to knock it down. A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
They'll go to the air here on third. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Browns have taken the early lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
And he knocks it through. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, nice move. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic first down.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. At the end of one, 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Let's go one more. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
There's always this punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
Pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Red zone opportunity. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Their big-bodied receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
The point after now for Aguayo. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 2 yards to go here on 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. A reminder that coming up at halftime, we'll join Larry Ridley in Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. So we look forward to that.
And I'm looking forward to some air conditioning.
I bet you are.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. They'll drop the throw. Over the middle, it's complete. Now he will have a first down here at about the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Find nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The 20. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars are back within a score.
Yeah, you heard it, right? You heard the exhale, and I'm taking that from their bench because finally, right before the half, they find a way to get the ball in the end zone and get some points on the board. Maybe they can use that to kickstart them for the second half.
Yeah, just to get something before going into the lockers. And now in the second half, they can just tighten.
It's what they want to do, tighten down everything they're doing, and then maybe explode at the right time.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
He's got his man on the crossing route. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his man on the comebacker. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go play action here on first down. Surveying the field. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Aguayo on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you downstate to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Jaguars did not come out and play the way they wanted to in the first half. The Browns, on the other hand, struggled last week, but have turned it around here today. All right, let's get it going. Let's roll those first half highlights. 3rd down, inches to go. The pass out of the gun will be completed. And after the short pass, he'll score. That puts them up by a touchdown. Browns line up at the 3. Here we'll get a pass into the end zone. He caps off the 7-play drive with the score. That puts them on top by 14. Late in the 2nd, out of the shotgun pass will be completed. And finally on play 12, they score. The Jags down by 7. Still a little time left on the clock. Completion is made across the middle of the field. And he finds his mark for the score. The Browns up by 2 touchdowns. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to Jacksonville for the start of the second half.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Here's the Jaguars defense as they get ready to set up shop. They are down on the scoreboard as we begin the second half and looking to avoid a bigger deficit.
And I could just hear the coaches now. I can hear the head coach. Guys, first 5 minutes, first series of the second half, offense or defense, you got to set the tone.
They'll try to set that tone here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They juked him, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They're going to look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. It's caught inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him. Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This will be caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Their big tight end. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Browns defense getting ready. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second down following the run.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap. to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, and he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get to 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Going up top. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
That goes for a gain of 31.
Oftentimes, guys who do a really nice job on the wide receiver screen plays are really good punt returners. It's the same skill. Make the first guy miss and then pick up your blocking and get downfield. Nice gain on that play.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now a handoff here to his running back, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out. But that's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on 1st down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down. They'll look to throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And in this situation with a lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop him here. So now we're going to see.
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns add on to their lead. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Up big, and they go for 2, and they get it.
I remember being in high school and seeing an article in the paper where a local columnist had said, why are we fighting over sportsmanship and running up the score? Just run it up on everybody and deal with it. Some people just don't care that way, and obviously this coach feels the exact same way.
So that article was saying the defense should be able to stop them.
That's what they're trying to say. Hey, if you don't want it to happen, stop them. Otherwise, quit whining about it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and it's a second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Back to throw. There's a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And his kick is good. And that'll put us within 3 scores as it becomes now a 23-point game. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.